And if anybody can hear me, if this is on, I don't know if it's recording. I think it's recording. I think you started the recording. But my backpack has the classic creak that many ospreys get. Sounds like you're walking on a wood floor in a wood cabin. Creak, 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 creak. It creaks. Okay. What am I gonna do? Have them exchange it for another one? 6 months later, it's gonna creak? If it does, it does. I mean, it doesn't change my experience. It doesn't make hiking any more challenging or difficult. It is what it is.
The best part is, during the hottest part of the day, where that cooler, breezy air is gonna give way to the stagnant, warmer air below. But as we descend, our sleeping conditions will be much warmer. As I mentioned on the video before, I was sick of the water bladders. They just weren't doing it for me. And I've been using this tubing with the mouthpiece on it that connects directly to the vitamin water bottle. And it's worked like a charm so far, no problems. So far, so good. I recommend it. If you want to see the full review of it, click right up here.
Here we are. Hey, 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 hey. Back on the trail today. So we're on a quote unquote new portion of the trail. I don't know when this was updated, but based on the sign that we recently saw, all trails in Guthook should have been updated based on it. It's kind of interesting to see when this portion of the trail was updated for Passage 2. The Arizona Trail Association does a really good job at working to maintain and update the trail. We found out on Passage 3 that they're going to be making another alternate route to save some wildlife and improve a trail's perspective, because at the end of Passage 3, you have to walk on the road. There's no way around it. Kind of defeats the purpose of being out on the trail when you got to walk on the road. The Arizona Trail Association take it upon themselves to continuously improve the Arizona Trail, to give every hiker that experience on being on trail. As mentioned before, there's so much diversity with the Arizona Trail, so much climate change you receive. So it's nice to stay on trail rather than be on a road. And of course, be safe. You know, we don't want to be hit by oncoming traffic and cars. And if you're hiking on the road in the middle of the night, you know, somebody could be drunk and there could be an accident. Hey, we just don't want that. So, you know, kudos to the Arizona Trail Association for making the appropriate changes to keep all hikers safe. What? Wide open spaces. It's like you feel so good, you just wanna, good job! Okay, maybe not really, but. So, we were doing a backpacking trip with a few of our good friends, and for most of them it was our first trip, or their first trip. Brian and I had gone on a couple since then, so we decided to go from Gordon Hirabashi to Hutch's Pool, which one way, I think it was 7.3 was one way, but there's a lot of ascend, descend, switchbacks, and this was again some of these guys' first hike. Of course, here's Nick, throw them deep in the fire. They can't make this one, woo! But they did. It was great. We went from Gordon Hirabashi, which we'll have another story at some point. Great historical site on Mount Lemmon, a lot of history on it. We'll do something on that. Anyways, and then we hiked to Hutch's Pool, which is a nice little pool area that is on the Arizona Trail. Let's say it's Passage 11. So, you know, first day in, they're exhausted, they're spent. We set camp, jump in the pool for a while, yada yada yada. Come next day, pack up early, and man, the next day, after their first hike on such an intense trail, they kept a good pace for someone's first day hike. However, we came to this area where it was a rapid ascend with a couple of switchbacks and a quote-unquote staircase. And Brian and I looked at each other and said, we're doing this. We're doing this. We just took off. We ran it. We ran. And, you know, everybody has their moments when they achieved a goal or a feat or something. You know, it's always good to accept the challenge, meet the challenge head on, and look back and reflect on the challenge. And that's what Brian and I had a chance to do. We were able to hit that ascent and climb that staircase. And man, when we got back and we sat and waited for the others, just that feeling of euphoria, huh? It felt amazing. And again, kudos to the guys that hiked out with us. They did great for their first hike.
Right.
They did a great job. But you know, sometimes you just gotta go for it. You just gotta go for it. And Brian and I,
see what you're made of.
Yeah, we did it. And man, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have traded that moment for anything else. That was a great moment. It was awesome.
It was an incredible endorphin high.
Right? And pro tip, don't do it hungover. Best part is I'm not a pro, so it's not a tip. Check it out. Got ourselves a gate. Let's take a look here.
We're here at about mile 8. We took some time to rest our feet, and it's been pretty easy going so far. We're on a descent. It's definitely starting to feel a little bit warmer. You can see the foliage around us. We're in a little valley. We're definitely feeling warmer pockets of air, but it's still pretty good. We're cruising along. Currently 70 degrees and a nice breeze. Our altitude is 5,444, and you can see down here there's a creek bed down there, but it's bone dry. There's no water down there. Bring plenty of water, whatever you do. Plenty of water.
So we're at mile marker 9.87. Since I'm not a thru hiker, I'm an ultralight backpacker. I only hike on the weekends really with my family. And this guy named Brian, I don't know where he came from, but this guy Brian. My longest hike in a day was 10 miles. So today we're both feeling pretty good. Oh, this is a beautiful spot. This is a great spot. We're gonna pass the 10-mile marker. Now the cool thing about this is that my wife told me this morning, she goes, knowing you guys are gonna pass your 10, you're gonna go for 12. Yes, honey, it looks like you're probably right. We're probably gonna shoot for 12 because we're feeling good. So we'll see how it goes. You know, if we find an amazing campsite at mile marker 11, then it's mile marker. It is what it is. But enough of me talking. Check out this damn trail. It's amazing.
Got a little red rock area here. And the red's coming through.
That reminds me
Very
of
nice.
Sedona.
Yeah, speaking of Sedona, check out some of our videos on Sedona in the link above. If you're interested, or after this video, got some good stuff. Some good off-road side-by-side action. Devil's Bridge, which is iconic for Sedona.
Mile marker 10. Doo, 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 doo. Water! We're at mile marker 10.67, give or take, based on where you start. We found water, people. It looks like I could take a big heaping scoop of some bug-infested water. Look at that. Water. Oh yeah.
Nope, no water here. So there's a pallet that is attached to this tree. It might be part of a gate, I guess, but that's kind of weird. That's probably the funkiest thing that we have seen so far.
Side note, according to my Garmin, we're at 11.10, so we're at both of our records hiking in one day. Again, for some Joe Schmoes, we don't do this all the time.
We're gonna shoot for 12 and beat our record by 20%. That's pretty good.